with a milestone in the state's effort to repair crumbling foundations in hundreds of homes by using public funding.
The first house with a replaced concrete foundation is complete in Tolland, and that's where we find News 8's George Colley, who has been following this story since the very beginning. Good afternoon, George.
Well, good afternoon, Alyssa and Keith. Yes, we are here in Tolland. We were last here the first week of April. They were groundbreaking on what would be the first home to use captive insurance funds. That is the state program that is paying out these claims to fix the foundation. And now you can see it. This project usually takes anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks. This got done in about 6 weeks. That's despite the fact that there was so much rain here over the last few weeks. And for the homeowners, Kevin and Ashley McCloskey, you know, after 18 months ago, you had found out you had this problem, and now here you are today. Just what's it like to be back in your home?
It's fantastic. We're grateful for everybody that's been part of this process. When you were here last time, this was all dug up and it was a mess, you know, piles of mud everywhere. Now we're back to very close to full normality and incredibly happy to be back in and very grateful.
Now, for Ashley, now obviously there's a lot of homeowners that are going to be dealing with this issue. You guys are the first ones, considered to be the first ones to have it completed. What do they need to know going through this process?
So it definitely is overwhelming at the beginning, but it's nothing that you can't get through. We had so much support through the community, and we're so grateful for Tolland and everybody that's come forward with that. But it really is, yes, it is painful, but you will get through it. We are standing witnesses of that, and within 6 weeks we are back home. A huge burden has been lifted off of our shoulders that we didn't really fully realize how much was there, and we look forward to just supporting everyone else.
Now, there's about $100 million over 5 years that's being set aside through this captive insurance company to be able to pay out the claims. Taxpayer money that's going through this. I mean, this was $175,000 you got for this. Just what would you like to say to the other homeowners in the state and those legislators, the towns, anybody that kind of made this happen?
Absolutely. All I would say is thank you to everybody involved, and that's from everybody involved in the grassroots organizations in terms of bringing this to awareness, the media like yourselves bringing public awareness to it, all of the legislative bodies that helped to pull this together, and yes, everybody that's involved from a taxpayer. We are truly grateful. We're part of the community. We appreciate everybody's contribution to that, and hopefully, you know, we're not the first. There'll be others that will benefit from it, but yes, incredibly grateful.
And you woke up in the house today. Well, how was that?
It felt awesome. I didn't know really where anything was in suitcases, but I managed to get the kids out the door to school, and we'll figure it out. We're just thrilled to be home.
Guys, thank you for allowing. We've been following the process with the McCloskeys since the first week of April. We're going to have that story coming out in the next few days. Now, this home, there is about $4 million in funds that have been distributed to homeowners so far. They're not the only home that's going to be done this week. There's probably maybe up to a dozen homes where homeowners will be returning into it, but there's still a lot more left. There's hundreds of homeowners that have applied. We know that likely there's thousands of homes in total here in Northeast Connecticut that have the problem. But after 20 years of advocacy by many of the homeowners, 4 years of constant advocacy by Tim Heim and the members of the Homeowners Coalition, they now have a success that they can point to. We will certainly be continuing to follow this as time goes on. We're live in town. George Colley, News 8.